Picture this. You are sitting at your desk. Your computer is open, your emails are loading, and technically, you are working. But you are not really there, are you? You are doing the minimum. You are meeting the deadline barely. You are answering the messages eventually. You are showing up technically. This is not laziness. This is not a bad attitude. This is your brain doing something very specific, something very deliberate, something that has a name. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will understand exactly why your brain checks out before you do, and the 3 psychological mechanisms behind quiet quitting that nobody is talking about. Quiet quitting is not a new phenomenon. It is not a Gen Z invention. It is not about being lazy or entitled or uncommitted. Psychologists have studied this pattern for decades under different names: disengagement, withdrawal, depersonalization. But the mechanism underneath all of them is identical. The brain perceives a threat, not a physical threat, a psychological one. And it does what brains have always done when the cost of full engagement exceeds the perceived reward. It pulls back, quietly, efficiently, without drama. The first psychological mechanism is called the Effort-Reward Imbalance, and it is backed by 30 years of occupational psychology research. When a person consistently puts in more than they get back, in recognition, in compensation, in meaning, in basic human acknowledgement, the brain begins a very quiet negotiation with itself. It does not decide to quit. It decides to rebalance. If I cannot increase the reward, I will decrease the effort until the equation feels survivable again. This is not a moral failure. This is mathematics. And your brain is very good at math. Researchers Johannes Siegrist spent decades studying this exact imbalance in workplaces across 12 countries. His conclusion? Workers who experience chronic effort-reward imbalance are 3 times more likely to develop burnout, twice as likely to disengage, and significantly more likely to leave within 18 months. But here is what Siegrist also found, and this is the part nobody talks about. The disengagement always comes before the leaving. Always. The brain checks out months, sometimes years, before the resignation letter is written. This is the first mechanism. Effort-reward imbalance does not just make you unhappy. It rewires your default engagement level downward, permanently, until something changes. The second mechanism is something psychologists call psychological safety erosion, and it is far more subtle and far more damaging than most people realize. Psychological safety is the belief that you can speak up, take risks, make mistakes, and be honest without being punished for it. It was identified by Harvard researcher Amy Edmondson as the single most important factor in team performance, more important than talent, more important than resources, more important than leadership strategy. Psychological safety is the belief that you can speak up, take risks, make mistakes, and be honest without being punished for it. It was identified by Harvard researcher Amy Edmondson as the single most important factor in team performance, more important than talent, more important than resources, more important than leadership strategy. When a person consistently puts in more than they get back, in recognition, in compensation, in meaning, in basic human acknowledgement, the brain begins a very quiet negotiation with itself. This is the second mechanism. Psychological safety erosion does not just make work unpleasant, it makes full engagement feel genuinely dangerous. And the brain does not do dangerous things voluntarily. The third mechanism is the one that surprises people most, because it has nothing to do with the job itself. It has everything to do with identity. Psychologists call it identity dissonance. It happens when what a person does every day no longer reflects who they believe themselves to be. When the gap between your values and your daily actions becomes too wide to ignore. You did not take this job to send the same email 40 times a week. You did not choose this career to sit in meetings where nothing gets decided. And somewhere, deep in the part of your brain that remembers who you wanted to be, there is a quiet alarm going off. Quiet quitting is that alarm. It is not giving up. It is your identity refusing to be erased by a job description. This is the third mechanism. Identity dissonance does not just make work feel meaningless. It makes continued full engagement feel like a betrayal of yourself. 3 mechanisms: effort-reward imbalance, psychological safety erosion, identity dissonance. And here is what all 3 have in common. None of them are fixed by working harder. None of them are fixed by a motivational poster. None of them are fixed by being told to be grateful for your job. Fully rendered stickman character, sitting quietly, one hand on chest, eyes closed. Above their head, glowing brain icon with a small speech bubble. Listen to me. Golden warm glow around entire figure. Warm cream background. Flat 2D vector. Mood, self-compassion. Turning inward. Channel visual style. Your brain is not broken. Your brain is not weak. Your brain is doing exactly what 3 million years of evolution designed it to do. It is protecting you from depletion, from danger, from the slow erosion of who you actually are. Quiet quitting is not the problem. It is the symptom. And the question worth asking, the only question worth asking, is not how do I re-engage with this job? It is, what would a job, a life, a day that actually deserves my full engagement look like? If this video gave you something to think about, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want more on the hidden psychology behind the things we all feel but rarely understand, subscribe. There is a lot more coming. See you in the next one.